What's up, guys? Coach Lou here from TSA. One of my jobs as a coach is to really educate you guys and to clear up that kind of stuff that's just nonsense out in the world, right? So one of the things that's constantly coming up is for the fitness side, more so than the performance side, is so that the link in thinking that you have to do cardio to lose weight. And that is absolutely not true. If you look back in my prior videos, I go over calories and what different diets are and whatnot. If we don't get that tackled, it is not going to happen. I'm telling you. Can it happen? Can you increase the output, the exercise? Yeah, but that's somebody who is not super overeating, to be honest. And then you're adding a little bit more fire on there, and then you're putting them in a deficit. But long story short, that is not true. You could lose weight on the couch as long as your nutrition's on order. Think about, reverse engineer that and think about why you gain weight. It's because you're overeating. Too many calories. Even the healthiest of foods will make you gain weight. So really quick, when I want to go over, because people like to talk in big words sometimes, I'm a nerd in the context of some of this stuff, but at the same time, there's only so much of it I could take after a while, right? So breaking down energy systems, right? There's a big thing in our world, in the coaching world, energy system development. Whether you're working on the fitness side or the performance side, you should be educated on this stuff. So really quick for you guys, what are they and what do they mean, right? Essentially, here is your aerobic system, right? And this is what people consider cardio. Huffing and puffing, right? And I always tell people coaching, I want you to go till basically your breathing changes, because then I know that we're in our aerobic system, right? All these systems are used at the same time, but they're just different variances, right? So aerobic system means anything over 2 minutes. The first energy fuel system is gonna be glucose or glycogen in the bloodstream, right? It's gonna burn energy slow, but that's like I said here, this is like your salary, what's available for the year. Now, the bigger motor you have, the more you have to spend of the other systems. They're intertwined in a way, right? Just understand that to be understanding that's your salary or what you get paid in a year, if you get paid salary, whatever. Our next guy is 30 to 2 minutes. Now think of that, of what you do and how does that apply in the gym setting, right? In conditioning circuits and whatnot. The next system here is essentially anaerobic, and we're gonna go equate that to cash, what's readily available. This is where people get themselves in trouble because they use this way too quickly, not understanding how to manage stuff. But this is your circuits, right? Of any style, conditioning circuits. It doesn't matter the exercise, it matters what the stimulus is on the body. And essentially that's still blood glucose relatively quickly, but I've seen people get themselves in trouble because they burn through energy too fast, because they've never developed this system also, right? Because this is the big and slow, boring work that nobody wants to do because it's not that sexy. But on the marketing side, they keep selling you this and this, right? With all your HIIT classes, right? You're only going to get to a certain level, to the level that you need, because some of this stuff is only because it's only limited by this, right? Now, that's your cash is on hand. And I see people, like I said, go into problems with that. And then the last one, this is your 10 or 20 seconds. And this is like your credit card, easiest to swipe. Very easy to get yourself in problems with that, right? Just because of credit card debt. But the key is, this is what I always tell people. It doesn't matter. You train them all. You never avoid the work, right? So how much of it do you really need? On the fitness side, I would say 2 to 3 workouts should be geared towards, do you have to do cardio to lose weight? No. Should you do it? Should it be within your training? Yes, it should. Now, how does that apply to everyday people for everyday life? This is the older grandmother that could play with her grandkids and not be tired. This is the father that could play with his young son and not be tired by the end of it, right? This is the mom that has to do all this stuff, also play with her kids and not be tired, right? So if we avoid the work, it's going to show somewhere in your life, right? And that's the biggest thing. So to answer question number 1, do we absolutely need to do cardio? No. The key is no. Should you do? The answer is yes. Same thing happens with everything else, right? There's no absolutes in training, 100%. It's not that simple. But what I do as a coach is understand where the person is, what they want to accomplish, and should they do this. Now, things may change over time in the relationship of a coach and client. Like, I've had people that have taken 80, 100 pounds off, and then all of a sudden they tell me they want to run a marathon. I'm like, that's a different level thing. But in essence, that's a quick breakdown. If you guys want to look it up, look up energy system development. You can see how it applies to yourself, right? the bigger thing, like I always tell people, is I want my people to look like they work out. I want them to feel amazing, right? And I want them to move amazing. And that's a trifecta for me. This is Coach Lou. Till later, guys.